basically, I just been thinking. I've been thinking, a lot of thinking, yeah. And that thinking's bring me to awareness, yeah. So I hear people screaming, love and light. Yes, we must unite. Love and light, love will save all. Love will save us all. Love will bring us together. Now, this statement is definitely in alignment with the truth. But then you have to ask whoever's saying this, what is love? What is light? What is this thing that you're talking about? Yeah? Because through my own research, I have reason to believe that this love and light they're talking about is you, is me, it's melanine, it's energy, you know? So when you have all of these other breeds, these other races screaming love and light and all of these things, listen, you have to put them to the test as a melanated being, yeah? You have to put them to the test. Ask them, what are you talking about? What's this love and light you're talking about? Because as far as I'm aware, this love and light comes down to awareness, you know? And if you're going to come down to awareness, then you must go to the most intellectual being, the most emotionally intellectual being that walks this planet, that can articulate the awareness that they have through their experience. Now, this is not just some mumbo jumbo I'm making up. This is proven. Genetics, DNA, you know, abilities, and things that have been passed through, or passed down, or passed on. Awareness that's been passed on. Now, our latest, let me not even say our societies or the system's definition of love, it's a drug. It's like a chemical reaction, you know? It's a drug. And as far as I'm aware, there's no being that, apart from myself, that I'll get a stimulation from, you know, like a drug sort of effect. And if I'm gonna even elevate that even more, it's from my awareness. When I'm aware of certain things and I'm living my awareness, this is my drug. So what is everybody else talking about? My brothers and sisters, take a close look at yourself, man. You know, take a close look at yourself. Yeah? Another thing I hear people saying is the mind is everything. Again, this is in alignment with the truth because your mind is everything. But it's how you're viewing the mind, and there's other components to the mind that makes it or allows it to be everything. You got a lot of enlightened people. A lot of enlightened people, meaning powerful players, meaning mind patterners. They pattern the mind. Enlightened. Now we have to ask ourselves, where is this enlightenment coming from? Because it can only come from awareness. And from this enlightenment, you have the permission to start to give definitions to the people, the places, and the things of the mind. You actually have the power, you have the consent, yeah, through your awareness. This is not any planetary consent, this is literally universal law. Through your awareness, you have consent from universal beings for you to give definitions to people, places, and things. So in our current society, we have these so-called illuminated ones who we have given power to define our reality. This definition that these illuminated ones give to our reality is based off of their own awareness. Do you know? And from their own awareness, they've been living for a couple thousand years. So you're still at the bottom, really, at the food chain, you know? So you looking up, it's a battle for you, innit? It's a battle for survival. You have to bully your way into the limelight, let's say. The illuminated ones, yeah? Like I said, to me there seems like some sort of foul play, because if we're going to actual science, awareness is your melanin. It's your content. It's your content of melanin. This is what actually gives you awareness. And then if you want to use further science, the content of your melanin holds life experiences that you've had on this earth, on other planets, and in other galaxies. The key to it is being aware. Is being aware. This was the job that God in the Bible gave to Adam. When Adam started naming the animals, and he started naming the things that was around him, and he started naming all of these things, it's because he was given awareness. That was his job, to be aware. To hold to be straight and not be distracted by any other temptations, to hold his job, to hold his mission. That was Adam's job. Now, Adam was very close to who we call God. Very close to who we call God. So you could call Adam the child of God. Now, using science, forget all this personal stuff. Using science, we can actually come to the definitive definition of what all of these things that we experience, what they actually mean. Using science. So that tells me that anything mainstream that's going on, it's not actually science. It's someone's personal view of science. Someone's personal view of what they think. Not necessarily a collective view. Not necessarily an organic view. Not necessarily a view that wants to contribute to the flourishing of all life forms on the earth, and all planets and all bodies that surround the earth. So again, it's like rare, man. What I'm saying is that rare, we just need to see. We need to see different. We need to go back into ourselves and see different. That point that defined us. Yeah. That's where we need to get to. And there's a whole load of fear before that point. A whole load of fear in it. And guess what? That fear that we're talking about is, again, personal view. So if we want to see it in terms of society, there's a whole load of science. There's a whole load of science that's going on. There's a whole load of magic that's going on. There's a whole load of agreements underhand agreements that's going on, that's kind of slowing down our journey, slowing down, slows us down. It's what I would say. Once you're aware of something, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. But this science, this magic, this personal view slows everything down. So it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And it's not about fighting. It's not about getting angry. It's not about any of that. It's just literally in the literal sense of it, knowing yourself. Knowing yourself. When you know yourself, you know your values. You know your values. When you know your values, you can contribute these values into society. You can contribute these values onto a planet. You can contribute these values into your auric field, into your atmosphere. So it's like us, melanites, carbonated structures, densely melanated carbonated structures. We are the light. We are the recipient of prayers. We are the recipients of cries. We are the recipients of turmoil and trauma. It's us. Yeah. Melanin. Let's forget the color. Nah. Not black, not white, not yellow, not green. Straight melanin. With melanin comes awareness, because melanin has traveled. Melanin has traveled the galaxies, the universes, the different parts of our being. Like, melanin has traveled. So the fact that I am densely melanated shows me that I'm aware, innit? Shows me that I'm aware. Now, what the issue is removing this fear. Is removing this fear of upsetting people. Getting people upset. Because you, with your awareness, which is by rights, because you have the experience, you've experienced life, different forms of life. So with that awareness, I must play my position. I must. It's my right, it's my duty. No other being has a say in this. No one else has a say. It's just you, me, Melanites, Afrikaans, Nagaru, divinity, earned by rights of travel and rights of value. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. And as I said, it's only a matter of time, man. The frequency of Earth starts to warm up. Trust me, it's gonna get hot. For certain people, it's gonna get hot. So if you're not taking the time out now to really look at yourself, yeah, and be honest, it's gonna be hot. Yeah, it's gonna be real hot. So I know it was a bit of a mad video, but I'm just gotta express myself, you know. So again, peace, hotep, all of that good stuff. Manogaru. Peace out.